Writing in the Mirror, Judi James explained the first assumption was, that they were naturally destined to be the closest of chums and allies, like Diana and Fergie were. Second, that Meghan would enter the royal firm at the same level and state as Diana and Kate, as someone who was young, nervous, lacking in experience and in need of support, protection and hands-on coaching, Ms. James said. And the third and biggest assumption was that William and Harry were the royal version of Jedward, the very tightest of brothers who only needed a second wife to turn their rather lopsided trio into a very idealistic, Fab Four. However, Ms. James claimed that most of these assumptions were sexist. There was no way on this planet that a super-confident divorced woman close to 40 with a career as a Hollywood actress, who was a very active and passionate speaker and campaigner, was ever going to need much hand-holding for this new role. If she did, she had her husband on hand to fill her in about protocol and traditions. Ms. James believed that Kate might even have been daunted by her new sister-in-law's confidence, energy and professionalism. The two were also used as a smokescreen to hide a bigger and more unthinkable rift between their respective husbands. At the onstage initiation of the Royal Foundation Forum in February 2018, Ms. James claimed the brothers were clearly already locked into some form of conflict. When William was asked if there had been disagreements between the couples during the planning of the launch, Prince William's affirmation was instantaneous and sounded heartfelt. Meghan dropped her head and placed a hand up in a cut-off gesture as though to hide her face, and the chuckles from Kate looked like nervous giggles. She continued, "There was already a sense from Meghan and Kate's body language that Meghan's experience, passion, drive and urgency for her cause was in contrast to Kate's method of sitting back in her seat and watching the on-stage sibling tussle with a polite smile." Following rumors of tears during prep for Harry and Meghan's wedding, the two women put in a very Diana and Fergie body language display at the tennis to signal publicly that all was well and suggest they really were the best of pals, Ms. James said. "There was a lot of eye contact and appreciative gestures from Kate here to signal she really was bonding with her sister-in-law, and the mirroring between the women did hint they were enjoying one of the key interests they shared. The very sexist tone of two women being locked in some cat fight continued though, despite the fact that we now know it was the men who had the real problem in their relationship." Meanwhile, poses at formal events might have looked iconic in terms of defining a rift, but the context is slightly wrong. Perhaps because of William and Harry's spat, the royal pecking order was suddenly more defined at these events, and Harry and Meghan always seemed to be pushed back into the chorus line behind William and Kate. Where the two women appeared to be standing together wearing icy expressions and ignoring each other, they were in fact standing one behind the other, so happy chats would have been difficult. Ms. James claimed that when the two Duchesses were photographed walking to church on Christmas Day 2018, they both had denial body language we normally only see from politicians or strictly contestants who have cheated on their wives. She added, "Meghan kept her arm linked into Harry's and her bag as a barrier between herself and Kate." However, the palpable tension between the four was more obvious during their last outing together. Even Kate's signature smile had vanished on what was Harry and Meghan's last gig before they fled to the arms of Oprah, Ms. James said.